Hello, students. Let's start the chapter Memories of Childhood, Part 1 The Cutting of My Long Hair. We are going to understand the chapter through a mind map, and the writer of our chapter is Jitkalasa. So, Jitkalasa, she was a Native American woman, highly educated and very brave. She fought against prejudice and oppression. She fought against the blind faith, dogma people had against Native American people. And eventually, she succeeded. So, the chapter starts with this point, that can be our starting point alienated, sense of alienation. What is that? When you are in a place and you feel left out, you feel like you don't belong to that place. That is what happened with Jitkalasa when she went into the boarding school. If you see, the chapter starts with this line that it was a bitter cold day. Okay, why so? Well, there were many factors. Particularly, we can say the regime, the kind of regime the school was following. It was too rigid, it was too discriminating. Culture, she found the culture very immodest. She found the culture attacking on her primitive, or we can say on her native tribal culture. And the two things that bothered her a lot or the most were the clothes. While she used to she was very weak, you can say that not conservative, but she believed in modesty, and the clothes that the girls were wearing, she thought that the clothes were immodest. They were too tight, and they were in these tight body hugging dresses, and the shoes were squeaking. They were not her traditional moccasins. So the clothes and the eating by formula, she did not like this. Well, eating is something that you should be free to do in whatever manner you want. No, this was not the case in the boarding school. It was eating by formula. First, on first bell you have to draw a chair. On the second bell you have to sit, and on the third you can start eating. So she was not able to sync with all this, and all this led to negative environment. All this led to this: she did not like her first day in boarding school, or we can say she did not like the boarding school at all. But what was the most terrifying thing was this: what happened after this. Her friend Jurevin told her that they are going to, the authorities, they are going to shingle their hair, they are going to cut their hair. But Jitkalasa said, I can't let that happen to me. I can't. And she said, because shingled hair were for cowards, shingled hair were for mourners. This was the belief in her tribe. So she said, no, I can't let that happen to me. Now, the most important lines of the chapter are these, because the essence, the crux of our chapter is that it's not about fighting, it's about your will of keeping that strength alive. So, when Judavin told her that Jitkalasa, the authorities are very powerful, we can't win, so it's better that we submit. She said, I will not submit, I will struggle first. So, this is the kind of temperament she had from her childhood, which led her to the heights of her life. So she said, no, I will not submit, I will struggle first. How did she do it? Was first she tried to evade the situation. She was a child. She thought, if I could hide, they won't be able to find me. But unfortunately, she was not right. Fear came nearer and nearer. When we read the chapter, we find out that she tried to hide in a room. She went under a bed, and she thought nobody would be able to see her. But fear came nearer and nearer. The warden and the other authorities, they came nearer, and they dragged her. And this was the last two paragraphs of the chapter are the most emotional ones, because she was dragged and she was tied to a chair, and forcefully her hair were cut. So in the end, it was not just her hair. This is the most important thing that you will have to understand, that for her the hair, it was a symbol of pride, it was a symbol of modesty, it was a symbol of her strength. So when they decided to cut her hair, they decided to chop off her pride, and this was what they did. All this led to her breaking down. She had an emotional breakdown. And in that breakdown, she cried. She craved for her mother. She craved for her love. She craved for her safety. But she got nothing. And she cried and she cried. She compared herself to an animal which was in a herd, and the authorities were the masters. She felt like a slave. She felt powerless. So that was the story of our chapter. I hope you must have understood it. And the essence of the chapter, or the crux of the chapter, is that the seeds of rebellion, or we can say the seeds of fighting, or the seeds of standing against any kind of exploitation, it starts from your childhood. Thank you.